This evening we find ourselves in the Nuremberg camping park. The campground is within a large complex known as ZeppelinField. From 1927 until the outbreak of World War II, this was the seat of Nazi power in Germany. After the war, the main streets were used for a motorcycle and automobile racetrack. What are we having tonight?
Take a wild guess. Pasta.
No shit. This is the last camp dinner in Europe. We got to use as much of it up as we can. We have an onion, some garlic, too much pasta. We have another gas can, but I imagine we're just gonna maybe leave that here. Maybe we can find somebody over there with a bicycle who needs it. After breakfast, of course. We do have some breakfast. Yeah, the new stove's working pretty good. I like it. It's a little more adjustable than the old one. You can actually turn it down a little bit. It's super light and compact, like the other one, but I think even lighter and more compact.
It's titanium.
Yeah. So, yeah, it pays to upgrade your stuff once in a while because it gets a lot better with every passing year. Like I said, that thing was maybe 10 years old. So we have seasoning salt, a little bit left. We have chilies, basil from Hungary, and of course we got a little cheese left, and an onion, and some garlic. That's what dinner's gonna be. Oh, we have this tomato stuff in the tube also. After dinner, we took a walk around the campground where we got a view of the imposing Nazi Congress Hall. This building is absolutely massive. Built in 1935, the roof was never finished. The next morning, I went out to explore our surroundings. Morning. So why are we in Nuremberg? That's a good question. Other than the fact that it's halfway between the Goosey campsite and Frankfurt, which is our ticket home, Nuremberg, dark heritage with World War II, but my Uncle Frederick was stationed here in, I think, 1962, 63, somewhere in there, and he would go to these races and he would tell us all about it. And of course it was 62, 63, there were, the Ferrari GTO was brand new then, and there were lots of Abarth Simcas and record Monzas and Ferrari SWBs and Maseratis and stuff like that. And so he would come to these races. Let me figure out which way we go here. He took some pictures, and they're pretty grainy, black and white, nasty pictures, but they're at this facility, and apparently they still run this race. They've run it every year since about 1945. Many of you know I like recreating photos and places where my ancestors have been, so I'm going to try to find out where he was standing for some of those photos in the race and get some photos of the place now. It's changed quite a bit. They've got a huge arena, sports arena, and when we drove in here, the place was completely trashed, and it turns out AC/DC was here the night before. They had 70 or 80,000 people here partying. But they still have the large Nazi Congress building and the documents hall, which is still here. And so those are going to be my reference points. So we'll see if we can figure that out. This 1.2 mile road is 200 feet wide and used as a parade route for the Third Reich. The U.S. Army used this as a temporary airfield until 1955. His concept for the party rally grounds, architect Albert Speer emphasized the beginning of the Great Street with two big towers. A building for cultural conferences and an exhibition palace were planned opposite the Congress Hall. The zoo stood in the way of these plans. In 1939, the National Socialists therefore had the zoo moved to the Schmutzenbuck area. Don't let anything stand in your way, just move it. These two towers were taken out I believe the city took them down in 1945, and this area here was never built. So the United States used the Great Street, the street here, as a temporary airfield. And since 1968, they've had a venue here, and they use it as a car park for major events. I don't know about you, but it looks like a very stark copy of some Roman amphitheaters you might be familiar with. It is kind of strange being here. My phone keeps telling me, oh, you'll soon be at the Nazi rallying grounds. Yay! Alright, so this is definitely the top part of the racetrack. They don't usually put Armco up like that. And a parking lot. Okay, so this is the photograph. I'll put a better one up. But from the help of this map, I think this photograph was taken right across from here. I think he would have been standing in this, it would have been about here. So I'm going to try to go over there. I think I'm over here right now. Looks like this place got thunderstruck. Now this is without a doubt the spot. Pictures don't lie. Wow. I was going to make a whole speech about what's going on in America and draw parallels, but never underestimate what one charismatic man can make thousands of otherwise ordinary people do. In 1945, the U.S. Army, using dynamite, removed the swastika from the top of the building. Boy, cleaning up from an AC/DC concert is no joke. Well, we're getting down to it. We've used up all of our food except for 2 granola bars. We gave away our unused gas can for the kitchen fuel. We gave away some olive oil and a handful of spaghetti to campers who really appreciated it. So that's nice. We're making sure the tent's completely dry this morning. The laundry's drying well now that it's sunny, and we should be able to pack up a dry tent for the last time in Europe. And then we're off to Frankfurt from here. It's going to be about 4 hours the way we go, and which is fine because check-in at the hotel is at 3, so we have plenty of time. Today we're heading to Frankfurt. Bit behind on their rubbish removal. In the morning, we'll travel by train into historic Frankfurt to explore our last European city.